All right, hey everyone, this is Jim from Big Jims Blogcast Live. All right, so anyways, yeah, welcome to Big Jim, Larry, everyone. So anyways, welcome to Big Jims Blogcast Live. Yeah, just doing some sharing about this. Share to a group. All right, bear with me here for a minute. All right, so yeah. All right, okay. All right, there we go. All right, so yeah, I know, favorite night of the week for me too. Um, Oh, no, 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 whoa. All right. All right, yeah, favorite night of the week for me too. So, hey, I'm glad to see everybody out and about here. Let me get all right, so let me get situated here. And we will, all right, so, whoops. All right, so yeah. Whoops. All right. Okay. So yeah. Anyways, tonight's. All right. Out and about here. There we go. All right. So yeah. Susan, Larry, glad to see you guys out here. Oh man, fuck. Share to a group. All right. So yeah, I'm still doing some more sharing here. Let's see. So. All right. Post Cigar Smokers. There we go. Cigar Talk Club. There we go. International. There we go. Burlington. There we go. Cigar Smokers of Michigan. Okay. Beer Geek Society. Right on. Lovers of Craft Beer. Right on. All right, Honest Craft Beer Reviews. Okay, Bill Murray and Beer Night. There we go. Yeah, so anyways, all right. Okay. All right. Okay. Friends who like Michael Landon. All right. Okay. Bongos. Next up. Congas and bongos. Alright, bongos. Alright, bongos group. Let's see, what else have we got here? Alright, Rubik's. Alright, Rubik's Cube. Alright. Community. Alright, drinking games up next here. Drinking game zone. All right, drinking games. Okay. Games ideas. There we go. Okay. 59. Share to a group. All right, people. Anyways, yeah, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 5.0, episode 257. It is Sunday, July 9th, 2023. Yeah. WWF Classic Television Group. There we go. Classic TV shows that everyone loves. There we go. All right. Smart blogging approach. Bloggers. There we are. All right. Blogging and promotion, bloggers blog. All right, and so Star Trek universe. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so yeah. Okay. All right. So, yeah, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 5.0, episode 257. Glad to see everybody out here. I will do it is Sunday, July 9th, 2023. Yeah. So, I'll do my intro. Welcome to Big Jim Blogcast Live. Okay, there we go. Share it, post it. Oh, no. Nope, not there. Toronto, Canada. There we go. How to start blogging. There we go. Habano Cigar Club. There we go. Ace Freely. Ace Freely. Ace Freely. All right. So. All right. Amity Jaws Group. There we go. All right. Square Brew Run Crew. Life Sparkles Variety Store Group. Okay. Eddie Van Halen. Pop Culture the Group. All right. So yeah. So anyways, it is Sunday, July 9th, 2023. I'm Jim, and I will go through my intro. So welcome to Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 5.0, episode 257. Big Jim Blogcast Live airs Sundays on Facebook and the occasional Fridays and Wednesdays. We are in our 5th year as Big Jim Blogcast Live, debuted back in 2018. Big Jim Blogcast Live does craft beer reviews like this one. Tonight's craft beer is called Party Sharks Foggy IPA by the Refined Fool Brewing Company in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. We've done over 250 craft beer reviews so far and counting. From craft breweries, we do reviews from beers from craft breweries right here in Sarnia to across Ontario, across Canada, pairing it with a good cigar. Tonight's cigar is it's a Gurkha Little Rascal Vanilla. I'm going to light this puppy up right now. All right, good enough. Yeah, delicious so far. But anyways, we pair it off with like a good spirit. Tonight we're pairing it with Gibson's Finest Whiskey. All right, so anyways, we talk about classic movies, classic TV, excuse me, classic sci-fi, pro wrestling, sports, classic rock. This week in Van Halen history, we cube the Rubick, we do bongo solos, talk about local events near you, countdowns, birthday shout-outs to our friends, retro, classic, nostalgia, yesteryear are the buzzwords here. So, all right, what's going on here? All right. All right. I'll get to that later. But, Big Jim Blogcast Live is seen in the U.S. and Canada, and also worldwide now from the UK, Australia, Mexico, France, Spain, Germany, and so on. Thank you for watching. Tune us in. You know what? Turn us on and tune in and enjoy the show. Politics and religion are banned. I am going to remind everybody that Big Jim Blogcast Live is not spam. The audio version will go out later on all these all these audio listing platforms where you listen to your podcast too. And we've got drinking games too. So, anyways, Spotify, Apple, Listen Notes, and my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at youtube.com. So, like us, share, subscribe to us. Feel free to share us all over Facebook and all over the world if you want. So, cheers, everyone. Thank you. So, boom. All right. So, anyways, all right. So, anyways, I'm going to do a disclaimer now. I may say a few bad, dirty words like shit, damn, screw, fuck. Be prepared for that. There's no filter here. But, you know what? If you're offended, you go grab a box of tissues and go to your safe space. So, anyways, yeah. So, bongo solos. Mm. Okay, all right. Damn, good white rascal vanilla, a Gurkha. All right, well, I'll just move this over here for now. Anyways, before we get to like our craft beer review, our birthday shout outs, our Cube the Rubick. Now tonight, several group of people have taken themselves upon themselves to create the Big Jims Blogcast live drinking game. So, if you're following along with us, if this is your first time here, okay, here's how the drinking game goes down. So bongo solo, 1 shot. If I relight my cigar, 1 shot. If I cube the Rubick, 1 shot. If I mention YouTube, 1 shot. The craft beer rating, if it's over 5, 1 shot. If it's under 6, 2 shots. I thank everyone. That's 1 shot. So, anyways, yeah, you got it. There we go. I'll probably see the Grand Bend drinking crew later on out here tonight. So, all right. Okay, so what now? All right. Share to your story, public. There we go. All right. So, yeah. There we go. All right. Share to a group. All right. All right. So, anyways, yeah, we'll get to our craft beer in a minute here. Let's see, what else can I do here? Classic. Okay. So, friends who like Gurkha cigars. There we go. All right. Sean Connery is James Bond. All right. Yeah. So, hard rock and heavy metal of the 80s. Whoa. All right. Whoa. All right. So, all right. Dallas Whiskey Club. There we go. All right. So, yeah. All right. So, anyways, boom. Bongo solo there for everybody who wanted it. So, and yeah. So, anyways, tonight's craft beer, as we get to that, we'll get to that. We're going to cube the Rubick. We're going to do some birthday shout-outs, countdowns, local events. What's on tap for tonight? We've got a legendary actor. We'll explore his career, Anthony Zerbe. The movies and TV movies, what he's been in and everything. Our classic movie, Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. Highway to Heaven, Season 2. Well, I get to a random Star Trek character, Admiral Matthew Dougherty from Star Trek Insurrection. Our classic 007 henchman, Milton Krest from License to Kill. Our classic board game, Payday. And, of course, always, this week in Van Halen history. So, right on. All right. Boom. All right. Go. Okay. I might. That goes along with this cigar. Excuse my heaveness. I'm fine. So, anyways, all right. So as we get to our craft beer for tonight, it is called Party Shark's Foggy IPA, and it comes to us from Refined Fool Brewery, right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. So, all right, and I'm trying this. Okay, so here's how it goes. I'm trying this for the very first time tonight. I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast, so if you want to stick around, if you feel like sticking around, like if I do give it a rating out of 10 later on tonight in the blogcast, and yeah, so and if you are here during the end of the blogcast, if you want to throw out a number, see if it matches up with mine, feel free to do so. So, anyways, here we go. All right. And I've got one of their glasses, too. See that? Okay. So let's pour this baby. See? Ooh, look at that. All right. There we go. We'll wait for the foam on that to go down. Oh man, look at that. So, all right, all right, okay, all right. Mm. All right. All right. Okay, I'm just doing a bit more sharing to get it to like hairspray heaven. There we go. All right. Hmm. All right. Okay. So yeah, here we go. Okay. So, classic board games. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Vintage board games. There we go. All things board games. Right on. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, anyways, yeah, we're gonna get this down. Anyways, excuse me for a minute there. All right. So we'll do a bit of toggling. Michelle, glad to see you tonight. Michelle, are you aware of the Big Jims Blogcast Live drinking game? Well, if not, here, look it over. Bongo Shola, one shot. Relight Cigar, one shot. Cube the Rubick, one shot. Mention YouTube, one shot. Craft beer rating, if it's over 5, one shot. Under 6, 2 shots. And I thank everyone, one shot. So, all right. And before we get going here, all right, like I said, I'm trying this for the very first time. Here's my beer rating system right here. So, it's from 10 to 1. All right. So, okay, so it's from 10 to 1. 10 being outstanding, 10 to 6, outstanding, awesome, excellent, very good. Above average, average. 4 to 1, below average, not very good, terrible, awful. So, you know what? And also, I've got the Growler. It is a guide to all the Ontario craft beers in Ontario. It's available in your nearest craft brewery or LCBO. So pick that up. All right. So, okay. So pairing it off with like Gibson's Finest Whiskey. All right. So yeah, I know it looks fun, eh? Fuck. All right. So where was I? Oh yeah. So let's see. Let's top this up. All right. Okay. So it's a foggy IPA. It's called Party Sharks. Foggy IPA from Refined Fool Brewery right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Let's see. Okay. So anyways, trying it for the very first. Yeah, there's a 0. There could be a 0. There has been in the past. Well, not exactly. I'm not that cruel. But here we go. Mm. 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 All right. Okay. I'm going to top it up. But first thing that comes to my mind is fuzzy. Fuzzy. Okay, let me try this again. Mm. Mm. Fuzzy, crisp. Fuzzy and crisp. Yeah. Fuzzy and crisp tasting. There. That's all I got for now. I do like I said, I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So if you're still here and sticking around, you know what? And you want to throw out a number, please feel free to do so. So yeah. All right. And yeah. 6.5% alcohol volume. That's what it's mentioned on here. But fuzzy, crisp, little tangy. Yeah. So, anyways, and chasing it down with like Gibson's Finest Whiskey. Right on. On the rocks too. Okay. So it's a good combo here. All right. So yeah, where's my cigar? All right. So, anyways, there we go. It is Big Jims Blogcast Live version. Version 5.0, episode 257. It is Sunday, July 9th, 2023, the heart of the summer. All right. I've got a good cigar here. Um, it is a White Rascal Vanilla Gurkha. I got it at the Riverfront Cigars right here in Sarnia. Mm. Mm. All right. So yeah, ooh, baby. All right. So, anyways, yeah. Like I said, when I do these craft beer reviews, I don't go like well, it's a very fine, exquisite tasting craft beer, upper class, high society. No, I don't. What I do is I just go with my gut. I go with what's in here on it. So, all right. So, anyways, yeah, and you know what? Crisp, foggy or crisp tasting. There's no unpleasant aftertaste to it, so I'm going to start things off like saying that it's a good spring beer. So, all right. So yeah. So if you're watching watching Big Jims Blogcast live for the very first time, yeah, and like I said, and I gotta say, I gotta give a shout out to Larry Garrett for writing the most beautiful, inspiring letter ever. Thank you, Larry. Thank you very much. And I shared it like right off the. I gotta say, I shared it like on my blogcast page and my Facebook page. So yeah, it's nice to know that you're out there and you're having fun watching my blogcast. So thank you very much. Everybody is. So yeah. All right. One thing that we're gonna do 3 times tonight. I'm gonna cube the Rubick. I am gonna try and get like the whole blue side 20 turns. Look at that. It's an incomplete blue side, so I'm gonna try and get it on 20 turns. Here we go. Drum roll. All right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. There, look at that. Look at that. 1 out of like, 8 out of 9. 8 out of 9 ain't that bad, but I'm going to do it 2 more times tonight. So, and if I don't get it, I'll make a solemn promise right here, right now, as I have in the past. In November, my last blogcast for the year, I will take this apart. I will take this whole cube apart on air, and I will put it back with all the colors, all the matching colors at all sides. So you can hold me to that too. So, all right. All right. So anyways, what have we got here? Oh, yeah. So as I'm going to remind everybody tonight that this blogcast is not spam. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all these audio listening platforms you're listening to your podcast to, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jims Blogcast Live at youtube.com. And I want to give shouts out to everybody watching the Port Elgin Sarnia groups, especially Sarnia Rocks. Michelle, you guys rock, supporting Sarnia 2.0. The Chain Reaction group, Mike, or Glenn and the guys like really rock it up. Great band there. All the pop culture, retro classic nostalgia groups, all the Van Halen, Kiss, hard rock, hair metal, classic rock groups, all the craft beer, cigars, sci-fi and Star Trek, pro wrestling, blogspot, classic TV and movies, the birthdays, the bongos, the Rubiks, plus the Kiss groups tonight. And who else? Oh yeah, Bond. Michael Landon, Highway to Heaven, Anthony Zerbe. Yeah, so, all right. So, rock on, everybody. All right. The craft beer tonight, accompanied by Gibson's Finest Whiskey on the rocks. The craft beer tonight is called Party Sharks Foggy IPA by the Refined Fool Brewing Company right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Trying it for the very first time. What I got is, I have to say that it's like Crisp, fuzzy taste. There's a little bit of a fuzzy taste to it, a little bit of a crisp taste to it. The aftertaste is not unpleasant at all. It goes down really smoothly. And I'm going to start it out by saying it's a good spring beer. So there you go. And I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So if anybody is still here and kicking around and you want to throw out a number by the end of the blogcast, feel free to do so. So, all right. So, yeah. All right. We're going to get some birthday shout-outs here right now. All right. So, birthday shout-outs. Boom. Here we go. All right. From July 3rd to July 9th. All right. Here we go. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Kimberly Ann, Marcia Halliday, Carol Mordren, Janice Reed Cleaney, Janice Clee, Tiffany Burr, Shannon Scott, Zoe White, Anne-Marie Collins, Jason Steele, Patrick Thornton, and Doug Chartrand. Happy birthday, everyone. Happy birthday. And I hope that you guys have celebrated your birthday in style. Happy birthday, everyone, from Big Jims Blogcast Live. So anyways, here we go with tonight's blogcast. All right, we get to some countdowns. Our drinking game, let's point that out. Anyways, yeah, if you're following along, and I have yet to see the Grand Bend crew out here. Bongo solo, 1 shot. Relight the cigar, 1 shot. Cube the Rubick, 1 shot. Mention YouTube, 1 shot. Craft beer rating, if it's over 5, 1 shot. If it's under 6, 2 shots. I thank everyone. It's 1 shot. So there we go. All right. So we're going to get to some countdowns now. All right. Good cigar here. It's a White Rascal Vanilla Gurkha type cigar. Got it from Riverfront Cigars right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. And yeah, with my craft beer rating, what am I going to give it? A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, 7, 8, or a 9 or a 10. Well, you guys, will you hang on by the end of the blogcast? And, I'll give it a rating right out of 10 on the blogcast. So if you want to follow along and throw out a number at the end of the blogcast, feel free to do so. So, anyways, yeah. All right, so we get to some countdowns now. Okay. All right. All right. Boom. All right. So, in the past, all right. So, anyways, August long weekend is 23 days away. Labor Day long weekend is 57 days away. Autumn fall is 75 days away. Halloween is 114 days away. And Remembrance Day in Canada is 125 days away. All right, boom, yeah. All right. I just did a bongo solo. If you're following along, you know what to do. So, all right. Okay. Okay. It is Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 5.0, episode 257, Sunday, July 9th, 2023. Thank you for ending your weekend with me. Some of us have a long weekend, some of us don't. Glad to see you out here tonight watching the blogcast. So, glad to see you, Michelle and Susan and Larry, everybody. So, yeah. As we get to some local events now, for the longest time, COVID had a stranglehold on local events. Like, we couldn't go. The buzzwords were postponed, hiatus, rescheduled, canceled. But now they're back, and they're back in a big way. So, pay attention. So, if you... all right. Rumblefish, Rockin' the Duke New Orleans 2 cruise, Saturday, August 12th. The cruise is 7 p.m. You board 6:30. Tickets are $30. You contact a band member of Rumblefish for tickets. Saturday night dances, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. at the Sarnia Legion downstairs. There's a $7 cover charge, classic rock and country, 286 Front Street North, that runs from July to August. Friday, August 4th is Blue Water Sandfest, 2808 Omar Street in Port Huron, Michigan. Sand sculpture, live music, food, beer tent. What could go wrong with that? So, all right, let's see, what are we doing here? There we go. Shape the Shoreline, Saturday, August 12th in Centennial Park in Sarnia. Prizes with over 50 vendors and small businesses. Friday, July 21st, and I'm looking at it right there. 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. roller skating at the Sarnia Arena. $7 cover charge. Under 16, $5. It's a $3 skate rental. Saturday, September 23rd, 8 p.m. The Feelers at Rustic. Tickets, www.ticketscene.ca. Friday, July 14th, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Dueling Pianos at Imperial City Brewhouse in Sarnia. Great little brewery right there, Sarnia Imperial City Brewhouse. It's an all-request piano show. Thursday, July 20th, 8 p.m. Wayward Saints, The Refined Fool in Sarnia at the second location in Sarnia on London Road, 1326 London Road. Classic rock. It's a free show. July 26th, Wednesday, July 26th, Imperial City Brewhouse has their summer Duke Cruise, 5:30 p.m. till 7:30, starting at the Imperial City Brewhouse. Cruise is from 8 p.m. till 10 p.m. with band Cellar Door. Great band there. They rock. Saturday, July 15th, 7:45 p.m. Gypsy Flats at Brights Grove Music Fest in Kenwick Park. It's free admission. So there you go. There's all the local events we have on tap for tonight. Boom. All right. So, okay, bongo solo. Boom. All right. Boom. All right. And so before we get going, I'm going to remind everybody that this blogcast isn't spam. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all these audio listening platforms where you listen to your podcast to, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jims Blogcast Live at youtube.com. I want to give shouts out to everybody watching in the Port Elgin Sarnia groups. Sarnia rocks, especially Michelle, you guys rock. Supporting Sarnia, all about Sarnia. Chain Reaction, Glenn and the Guys, great band there. Pop culture, retro, classic, nostalgic groups, all the Van Halen, Kiss, hard rock, hair metal, classic rock groups, all the craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Star Trek, pro wrestling, blog, spot, classic TV and movies, birthdays, bongos, Rubiks, plus Kiss, James Bond, Highway to Heaven, Michael Landon, Anthony Zerbe. All right, so yeah, okay, a craft beer for tonight, and I've got like a great cigar that accompanies it. Yummy. White Rascal Vanilla, it's a Gurkha by the Riverfront Cigars right here in Sarnia. Our craft beer for tonight, accompanied by Gibson's Finest Whiskey. All right. Yeah. It is called, our craft beer for tonight, I got one of their glasses. It's called Party Sharks Foggy IPA. It's a fuzzy tasting beer. Trying it for the very first time tonight. Fuzzy tasting. Crisp tasting. No unpleasant aftertaste. It does go down smoothly. There's no, I'm going to start it off by saying it's a good spring beer. And I did bring back up another can. All right. So, okay. So, and I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So if you're still here, you want to throw out a number, feel free to do so. So, yeah. All right. So it is. All right. Bongo solo right there. It is Big Jims Blogcast Live version 5.0 episode 257, Sunday, July 9th, 2023. Thank you for watching. Yeah, so we did our birthday shoutouts, countdowns, local events. Got the rules out of the drinking game out of the way. So all right, okay. So anyways. As we, all right, so let's get down to the meat and potatoes of this. All right, so just doing some toggling over here. All right, so let's see, what do we got right here? Yeah, all right. So, anyways, we honor this man tonight, this legendary actor. All right, Mr. Anthony Zerbe. Okay, so. And let's see what. Okay, so anyways, he was. If you recognize this man, you'll recognize him he's been a legendary character actor. He's born Anthony Jared Zerbe, May 20th, 1936, in Long Beach, California, which would make him in his 80s. Shit. Okay, so he attends Newport Harbor High School and Sonoma College in Claremont, California. He served in the United States Air Force from 1959 to 1961. He studied at the Stella Adler Studio for Acting in New York City. Now, film and TV career, late 60s, right up until the last couple of years. His films include Cool Hand Luke, Will Penny, the Molly Maguires, They Call Me Mr. Tibbs. The Omega Man, Hound of the Baskerville, Pavilion, She Lives, Farewell My Lovely, Rooster Cogburn, The Turning Point, Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. We'll get to that soon. The Dead Zone, Offbeat, Return of the Man from U.N.C.L.E., Steel Dawn, Listen to Me, License to Kill, Star Trek, Insurrection, True Grit, Revolution, Army Hustlers. Now TV, he's been, oh my God, what hasn't this guy been in? All right, so, okay, so, all right. So anyways, yeah, Mr. Anthony Zerbe, with the TV, Naked City, Rockford Files. He's been in the Rockford Files. All right, so Rockford Files, Murder, She Wrote. What else? The Equalizer. Gunsmoke. All right. The Streets of San Francisco. All right. Bonanza. All right. Yeah, and you're right. I did get all these from Goodwill. Yeah, like I said, Naked City, Gunsmoke, Mission Impossible, Mannix, Cannon, Hawaii Five-0, Little House on the Prairie, Highway to Heaven, The Equalizer, Columbo, The Young Riders, Murder, She Wrote, Walker, Texas Ranger. All right. Judging Amy, North and South Book 2, Dynasty. He is currently a curator. He serves as the director of the Colony Molly Colony for the Arts. So Mr. Anthony Zerbe. So anyways, and yeah, he's got so I posted several interviews with Mr. Zerbe on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page. Yeah, so and we'll get to some of his best roles in a minute here. All right, so it is Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 5.0, episode 257, Sunday, July 9th, 2023. Yeah, legendary career there. So here we go. All right, so. All right, boom. Okay, now we've got our class. All right, So now we've got our classic, classic cheesy movie here. Now we've got Kiss meets the Phantom of the Park. Now, for all you Kiss fans out there, believe me, I'm a Kiss fan. This was released October 22nd, 1978. It had a budget of $3 million. You couldn't tell by that, but it basically the plot of the movie, Abner Devereaux, okay, this dude, played by Mr. Anthony Zerbe, plots to kidnap Kiss and other Magic Mountain employees for mind control and take over the park after he was fired by the owner for his erratic behavior, unsafe practices towards the Magic Mountain customers. Now, Kiss has a concert at the park. All right, so anyways, there we go. There's the movie. All right, so you really have to, there we go. There's another still from the movie there. And as you can guess, let's see here. Okay, so now Devereaux kisses a concert at the park, but Devereaux wreaks havoc on the parking guests with a robotic copy of Gene Simmons, and Devereaux steals the band's talisman. The band loses their powers. Devereaux sends the robots of Kiss to ruin the concert and incite a riot. The real Kiss escape the dungeon, retrieve the talismans and regain their powers. Kiss head to the stage. They defeat the imposters and save the concert. Post-show, with Kiss, the owner of the park, and several fans discover Devereaux in a coma state and frozen. They remove his talisman. Now, fuck. Here's, okay, like I said, the special effects in this movie, there's one, there's the other. He kidnaps, also, okay, now starring in this movie, you had, okay, you had Gene Simmons. Well, as himself, he's the demon. He has his powers are brute strength, and he breathes fire. You have Ace Frehley as himself, his ability to shoot lasers and teleport. Peter Krest as himself. He has superhuman agility and leaping powers. Paul Stanley as himself, Star Child, can shoot a laser beam from the star in his right eye. And Anthony Zerbe, you have, like, he is the genius inventor and creator of Six Flags Magic Mountain, all the, like, humanoid creations. So, now, I've got the movie on right now. I got to tell you, they build this movie as a cross between, like, Star Wars meets Hard Day's Night. I really, like, I mean, oh yeah, you have actress Deborah Ryan, who plays Melissa, who Abner kidnaps her boyfriend and makes him into a kind of like a zombie type there. Peter Krest didn't have any, like, well, I mean, it's like, you really, really have to be a diehard Kiss fan to enjoy this movie. I mean, facts, Ace Frehley's stuntman was black, and it was obvious in the movie. This movie was so poorly thought out and so poorly, like, I mean, I watched it with my girlfriend, and we were both looked at each other, and I just asked, what the hell was I watching? Like, the special effects are cheesy. Kiss present themselves as superheroes, and the stunt you can tell the stunt doubles are like, you can tell, like, just watching there's lots of stunt doubles in this movie for Kiss. Yeah, Ace Frehley and Peter Krest they barely had any lines in here. Peter Krest wouldn't show up to do retakes and all that shit, so they overdubbed his, like, his speaking parts with another actor. But there we go. Cartoon style music was added to get the movie a lower rating with younger Kiss fans, so younger Kiss fans should see it. The band hated the final edit of Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. So, yeah, and I'm wondering, as all you other Kiss fans out there, who greenlit this movie? Well, it's none other than late Kiss manager Bill O'Coin, who was their manager, for right up from in the beginning, right up until the mid '80s, until they fired him. Um, and I did post several scenes from the movie on my blog cast page and my regular Facebook page. Excuse me. But yeah, it. I mean, like I said, you have to be a really, really diehard fan of Kiss to enjoy this movie. I mean, you got to take your brain out of your head, put it aside, and watch the movie. For because it's for diehard Kiss fans, you might enjoy this movie. It's probably an hour, 90 minutes to 2 hours of your life you'll never get back. So, for its time, it's like that. I don't see it as Star Wars meets Hard Day's Night. I see it as sewage plant slime crossed with like horse turd. But that's just me. I mean, but it is hokey. It is like cartoonish. You might want to like I said, it's a suspension of disbelief. So you might want to put away your common sense and judgment when you're watching this movie. So, all right, okay. So there we are. There's you get the idea of the special effects in there. So, all right. So yeah. All right. So, and like I said, I did, and there's like Abner Devereaux with with Melissa's boyfriend, turning him into like a kind of in a zombie-like state. So, destroy, kiss, kill, kiss. Like, I mean, okay. So, and like I said, you really have to be a diehard, really diehard Kiss fan to enjoy that movie. Oh. All right. And I did post several clips and scenes from the movie. Well, yeah, unless you're drinking or high, you can enjoy it. Like, I mean, I found myself thinking, what the fuck am I watching with this movie? Like, what is this? It's like that. It's like, well, how can I put this? It kind of like, you get like a badly dubbed Japanese movie with badly affected special effects, fight scenes, obvious stunt doubles, being the black one for Ace. So, but yeah, if you're a diehard Kiss fan, you will probably enjoy Kiss meets Phantom of the Park. So, all right. So, I mean, and Bill O'Coin greenlit the movie. The band members just hate the final edit. I wouldn't blame them. Ace Frehley, the Space Ace, Gene Simmons, the Demon, Peter Criss, the Catman, and Paul Stanley, the Star Child, and Anthony Zerbe, the legendary actor. The only thing that makes this movie watchable is probably the performance of Anthony Zerbe. So, yeah. All right. So there you go. Okay. So yeah. All right. So I know. Hey, fuck. I mean, I just, oh. I mean, I just, I thought to myself, what the hell is this? Like, what? Okay. So and I can understand why the band members hated it. So yeah. All right. I have the movie on right now, and so yeah, and I did post several clips of it from on my blogcast page and my Facebook page. Look for it, like it. Yeah, tonight's craft beer, we've got with it. I've got a good cigar going on with it. It's called White Rascal Vanilla. It's a Gurkha cigar. Excuse me. tonight's craft beer accompanied by Gibson's Finest Whiskey. Um, all right, so. All right. Okay. It is called Party Sharks IPA by the Refined Fool Brewing Company. I'm going to top it up here. All right. So yeah. Okay. Well, I know it was my idea. I got that movie from the Cave. All right. So. Okay. There we go. All right. I'm just going to top it up here. Now this is from. Okay. So let's see. What are we doing here? All right. So, anyways, can't. No. All right. So, anyways, yeah, it is called Party Sharks IPA, and it is by the Refined Fool Brewing Company here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. A little fuzzy tasting to it. Little like there's no unpleasant aftertaste. It does go down smoothly, crisp, clean. So let me top this up some more. And I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So if you're still here, still kicking around, and you want to throw in a number, see if it matches up with mine, please feel free to do so, as we're all about audience participation here at Big Jims Blogcast Live. So, all right. So, boom. Now, all right. So, anyways, we've got. All right, we've got like our classic like TV. It's Highway to Heaven. It's called Season 2. Season 2 aired from September 18th, 1985, from May 7th, 1986. 24 episodes. So let me lay this out here for you. All right. So yeah, there we go. All right. So yeah. Okay. So. All right. So, anyways, Highway to Heaven starred Michael Landon as Jonathan Smith. He's an angel on probation. Victor French is Mark Gordon. Okay, so there we go. There's like, So, the premise, Jonathan Smith is a probationary angel sent to Earth by God. Help people in need. He meets Mark Gordon, an embittered retired policeman. The guest stars in Season 2 are impressive. Giovanni Ribisi, Barry Williams from the Brady Bunch, Alice Ghastly, Anthony Zerbe, yeah, Michael Berryman, this guy, as we did, like right there, and Anthony Zerbe, Conrad Janis, Rick Hurst, Cleus in like Dukes of Hazzard, Paul Walker, yep, that Paul Walker from Fast and the Furious, very young. Moses Gunn, Shannon Doherty from like 90210, Ed Asner, Mark Paul Gosselaar from Saved by the Bell, B.B. Besh, Lauren Green, and David Lander. So, all right. Now, okay. So, where's that? Oh, yeah. All right. So, I seem to have lost it. Let's see here. Yeah. All right. So, my favorite episodes were like part 1 and 2, A Song for Jason, The Devil and Jonathan Smith, where Mark makes a deal with the devil. Where's that picture there? All right. Makes a deal with the devil to save a child's soul, or to save a child. So, as played by Anthony Zerbe, there we go. There's a screenshot that. The Secret, number 12, The Good Doctor, 15, Change of Life, 16, Keep Smiling, 17, The Last Assignment, 19, Heaven on Earth, 22, episode 22, Sail Away. Now, NBC, they put Highway to Heaven. Now, here's Wednesday night's like schedule. From 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. they put, it was up against CBS's Airwolf and ABC's MacGyver. Holy shit. There we go. Airwolf and... all right. And MacGyver. There we are. So, all right. So there's the lineup for the Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., Season 2. All right. So, and as like, yeah, so Season 2, like, but here's the thing. Highway to Heaven beat out like MacGyver and Airwolf it would be ranked number 13 at the end of the second Season 2 with a 20.1 share. That means like about 20. It would mean like about 19 million people were watching Highway to Heaven over MacGyver and Airwolf. So, and that's impressive. That really is impressive. So yeah, like I said, it had like Lauren Green. There we go. That you know him as Commander Adama from Battlestar Galactica. Michael Berryman, classic horror guy. All right. All right. And of course, the legendary Anthony Zerbe as the Devil's Henchman. All right. And Airwolf, which was up against Highway to Heaven. And also MacGyver, which was opposite like Highway to Heaven too. So, yeah. And then Michael Landon was fresh off of like Little House on the Prairie. So, and this was his second like successful. Highway to Heaven was his second successful TV series. So, all right. And I did post clips of Season 2 on my blogcast page and my Facebook page. Look for it. Yeah, Barry Williams, Lauren Green, Lou Ayres, featuring early childhood performances by Paul Walker, Peter Billingsley, Mark Paul Gosselaar, Shannon Dougherty, Giovanni Ribisi. And so, yeah, all right. It's like, and you know what? I have on Roku classic episodes of Highway to Heaven. So, all right. Okay. So, all right. Also, I got to tell you right now, I may slip away for a few seconds for a pee break because I can't control the beer. Like, but tonight's craft beer with a good cigar. Boom. All right. This bongo solo there. All right. This is Big Jims Blogcast Live version 5.0, episode 257. It is Sunday, July 9th, 2023. The cigar for tonight, it is called a White Rascal Vanilla by the Gurkha cigar by the Riverfront Cigars right here in Sarnia. Accompanying it is Gibson's Finest Whiskey. All right. Okay. Oh yeah. All right. And the craft beer for tonight is called Party Sharks Foggy IPA by the Refined Fool Brewing Company right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Like I said, I'm trying it for the very first time. A little bit of a fuzzy taste to it, crisp, clean. No unpleasant aftertaste to it, though. It's a good spring beer. And I do give this a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So if you're still here, sticking around, feel free to throw in a number and see if it matches up with mine. So, yeah. I'm going to, one more time here. So, yeah. All right. So, anyways, the second time tonight, I'm going to cube the Rubick. For all you Rubik's Cube fans out there, I'm going to try and get a full blue on 20 turns. So, here we go. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And I still ended up with that. So, fuck. So you know what I'm going to do? It'll be a third time tonight, which I'll try it, but I'm going to promise you guys that if I don't get the whole blue side or any other full color side, I will take this apart in November on my last blogcast of the year, and I will, live on the air, I will take this apart, and I will put it to all of its, like, all original colors on all sides, like red, blue, green, red, orange. So anyways, there we go. I cubed the Rubick. I'm going to do it one more time tonight. Oh yeah, and I've also got this cool Big Jims Blogcast Live mug, coffee mug. Really, right on. So place that in there. All right, boom, yeah. Right on. Bongo solo there for everybody that wanted one. Yeah, and so, all right. It is Big Jims Blogcast Live version 5.0, episode 257. Sunday, July 9th, 2023. I'm also going to tell you guys, like, that this is going to remind you tonight that this blogcast is not spam. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and all these audio listening platforms are listening to your podcast too. Plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jims Blogcast Live at youtube.com. I want to give shouts out to everybody watching in Sarnia, the Port Elgin, the Sarnia groups, especially Sarnia Rocks, supporting Sarnia 2.0. Michelle, you guys rock. Mr. The Chain Reaction, Glad and the Guys, great band right there. All the pop culture, retro classic nostalgia groups, all the Van Halen, Kiss, hard rock, hair metal, classic rock groups. All the like craft beer, cigars, Star Wars, Star Trek, sci-fi, pro wrestling, the blog groups, classic TV and movies, birthdays, bongos, Rubiks, plus Kiss, James Bond, Anthony Zerbe, Highway to Heaven, Michael Landon groups. All right. So as we get to our like our classic sci-fi character, he is Vice Admiral Matthew Dougherty, and he was played by Anthony Zerbe. Now, he starred in Star Trek Insurrection. He was born in 2306, died in 2375. Vice Admiral Matthew Dougherty was a Starfleet flag officer in the 24th century. He was married to Madeline Dougherty until she died in 2374. In 2374, now, the USS Enterprise E delivers Admiral Dougherty to a meeting on Romulus with Galactic Command to try and establish a relationship between the Federation and the Romulan Star Empire to aid Dominion War efforts, but the attempt failed. Captain Jean-Luc Picard. All right, there we go. All right, there's the cast of Star Trek Insurrection. All right. Captain Jean-Luc Picard provided me with a contact for the Vice Admiral, for the Vice Chairman Koval of the Tal Shiar. In 2375, Dougherty conspired with the Sona to secretly locate the Baku Treaty natives to another planet. The Baku planet had youth regenerative properties that the Sona wanted. Now here's the Baku versus the Sona. All right, and yeah, so anyways. All right, so, well, I don't know, Larry. I will, if I get to the blue side, I will try another color. Now, metaphasic radiation particles, that's what it is. When confronted by Picard, Dougherty claimed he was acting on orders from the Federation. Commander William Riker confronted the fleet, which ordered to a halt by the whole operation for a top-level review. Vice Admiral was killed by his Sona allies. These are the Sona, these aliens right here, the Sona. His head, how Admiral Dougherty died, the Sona. I posted several clips of it on my blogcast page and my Facebook page. They did like sort of a facelift machine. They stretched their faces, and the leader of like the Sonai got frustrated with Admiral Dougherty, got into a fight with him, and forced him into the chair and crushed his skull. Not pretty. So there you go. There's our classic sci-fi character for tonight. Vice Admiral Matthew Dougherty. So, and there's the Boku and the Sonai. So, all right. And like I said, I posted several clips of from that movie on my blogcast page and my Facebook page. The highlights of Vice Admiral Matthew Dougherty. All right. So, okay. And so, yeah. All right. It is Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 5.0, episode 257. It is Sunday, July 9th, 2023. All right. So, the craft beer tonight, I've got a good cigar going with it. White Rascal Vanilla Gurkha cigar by the, got it at the Riverfront Cigars right here in Sarnia. All right. So, did I tell you guys that I picked up several at the candy store in Sarnia, Ontario, several craft beer lollipops. One is a pale ale, and one's a chocolate stout craft beer lollipop right there. So, yummy. So no, I have not tried them yet. So, but Larry, address your question there. What if I get the blue side? I'm going to go on to the red side. I'm going to go on to the green side. I'm going to go on to the orange side. Try and get all those. So yeah. Continuing on here. Like I said, the craft beer for tonight, accompanied by Gibson's Finest Whiskey. All right. So we've got our classic board game to go to yet. Oh yeah. All right. Craft beer for tonight. It is called Party Sharks Foggy IPA by the Refined Fool Brewing Company right here in Sarnia, Ontario. All right. Little fuzzy tasting. A little crisp, clean. Goes down smoothly. No unpleasant aftertaste to it. It's a spring beer. I'm going to top this up right here. Yeah. So, and it's very, very, look at the texture on that. Look at that. All right. So, yeah, and I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So if everybody's still here and kicking around, feel free to do so. Feel free to throw out a number that you think I'd pick. All right. Boom. All right. Yeah. Okay. So. Okay. Wow. It is Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 5.0, episode 257. Sunday, July 9th, 2023. We are having fun. Yeah. So. I got the movie on right now. Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. Stalled. Holy shit. Play. Come on. Let's go. Previous. There we go. Operation not possible. Well, screw you then. Alright. So, anyways. We get to our classic Bond. 007 henchman. Where is he? Alright. Alright. So, yeah. It's classic 007. I cover from Sean Connery to George Lazenby to Roger Moore to Timothy Dalton to Pierce Brosnan. Our classic Bond character. And, all right. He is Mr. Milton Krest, all the way from License to Kill. And that is a Timothy Dalton era movie. So, it is... He worked... Okay, here's a better... There's Mr. Milton Krest right there, played by Anthony Zerbe. License to Kill, 1989. Milton Krest, played by Anthony Zerbe, is the owner of a marine research facility, used as a covert uses a cover for main Bond villain, Bond villain drug lord Fran Sanchez. Here he is right there. All right, and there's another one. All right, played by Robert Davey. All right, so there we are. Okay, so yeah, Fran Sanchez. He's a cover. He uses business for a cover for smuggling operations for Fran Sanchez's drug smuggling operation. He's also an alcoholic. Fran Sanchez uses an organization to. Krest uses his organization likely to help Sanchez's, which is often like, as he is arrested by like the authorities. Krest also was witness to Sanchez maiming James Bond's best friend Felix Leiter by a shark. Now, James Bond, all right, Timothy Dalton, all right, so, okay. James Bond visits Krest's research facility to look for clues. Krest encourages him to leave. The next day, Bond sneaks out on the wave. Krest sabotages a drug dealer and steals $2 million of Sanchez's money. A while later, Bond plants the money at the Krest decompression chamber, planning to frame Krest to make him look bad in front of Sanchez. Sanchez already suspects. Sanchez already suspects Krest of like ripping him off. He discovers the $2 million in cash. In a rage, Sanchez men force Krest into the decompression chamber, turns the pressure up. Krest ruptures the vent with an axe. Krest's head explodes. Boom. Because of the rapid decomposition, splattering the window with blood and money, which Sanchez orders his men to clean up. So the thing is, Bond didn't kill Milton Krest. He framed him, and that's like, and that's a rarity, like for like Mr. Bond, because like yeah, this goes all the way out. This is classic 007 henchman. Milton Krest. It's a recurring theme. Like I mean, Admiral Dougherty guy that had his face caved in by the Sonai. But there we go. Here's a few stills from the movie. There's like James Bond, played by Timothy Dalton, and there's like Fran Sanchez, the evil drug lord, played by Robert Davey. All right. And I did post. All right. There's a better. All right. 007. There we go. All right. And I did post several scenes from that movie, including like Milton Krest's death, gruesome death, on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page. So look for it. There we go. Your classic 007 character, Milton Krest from License to Kill, 1989, starring Timothy Dalton as James Bond. So there we go. And be forewarned tonight, I might just take a pee break. All right. So yeah, boom. All right, bongo solo there for everybody that tried that wants one. All right. So yeah. Okay. We will get to our we will get to our classic album in This Week in Van Halen History. But you know what? Like I said, I warned you guys. I got to go for a pee break. I'll be right back. right, I am coming back. I am here. Relax, I'm back. So, anyways, yeah. All right, so cleaning this up a little bit there, down there. Yeah, all right. So, ooh, boom. All right, doing a bit of toggling right here. Yeah, so anyways, all right, boom. All right. Okay, we're back. It is Big Jims Blogcast Live, episode 257. It is Sunday, July 9th, 2023. All right. So, I'm going to remind everybody tonight that this blogcast is not spam. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all these audio listing platforms where you listen to your podcast to. Plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jims Blogcast Live at youtube.com. I give shouts out to everybody watching in the Sarnia, in the Port Elgin Sarnia group, especially Sarnia Rocks. Michelle, you guys rock, supporting Sarnia 2.0. Chain Reaction, Glenn and the guys, great band there. All the like pop culture, retro classic nostalgia groups, all like the Van Halen, Kiss, hard rock, hair metal, classic rock groups, all the pop culture groups, craft beer, cigars, Star Wars, sci-fi, Star Trek, pro wrestling, blog groups, the classic TV and movies, birthdays, bongos, Rubiks, Kiss, James Bond, Highway to Heaven, Anthony Zerbe. So right on. Boom. Here's like a... Alright. So now we get to our classic board game, Payday. Wait, my craft beer for tonight. Hold on before we get to our classic board game. Alright. So, the craft beer for tonight, got a good cigar going with it. White Rascal Vanilla Gurkha. All right. Our craft beer for tonight, accompanied by Gibson's Finest Whiskey. All right. So, yeah. Our classic beer, craft beer for tonight. It is called Party Sharks Foggy IPA. And I'm trying it for the very first time. It is from Refined Fool Brewery right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. I gotta say, it's a crisp, clean, fuzzy tasting beer. No unpleasant aftertaste to it. Goes down smoothly. You really, oh my God, like it's a spring beer. I'm gonna start this off by saying it's a spring beer. Yeah, very good. Very good. And I do give it a rating out of 10 later on the blogcast. So if you're still here and sticking around, kicking around, and you want to throw out a number, see if it matches up with mine. Like, I mean, what do you think I'm going to give it? A 10 out of 10? 9? 8? 7? I don't know. Stick around. I mean, it's most likely to, so... yeah. So, anyways, yeah. Stick around, and you might be right. I throw out a number. You might be right. You might be wrong. You never know. So, all right. So this is Big Jims Blogcast Live version 5.0, episode 257, Sunday, July 9th, 2023. All right. So. Okay, we get to our classic board game now. Payday. This is called Payday. Alright, so we've got it. It is made by Parker Brothers. This is the 1974 original Payday game. Designer Paul J. Green. Players, it takes 2 to 4 players to play, ages 8 and up. Now, the object of the game, you have to be the player with the most cash and savings by the end of the game. It's in 1974 rules. So there's one game board, there's play money, there's 16 deal cards, there's 16 mail cards. Each player, all right. So each player Starts with $325 cash. There are 31 days in a pay month. There's the loan, the cards they have are the loans, lottery tickets, saving, depression, windfall, bankruptcy, town elector, double your money, polar game, poker game, church raffle, bad deal, swell fare. Now, how to win the game? The player who finishes the game with the most money out of all the players, clearing the set number of months before the play, is actually declared the winner. So, I'm going to open it up here. All right. So, the string, there we go. Get that there. Let's go within this a little bit. Let's see. So, we play it up. There's the... Actually, here's the playing game. All right. Okay. So, there we go. And you see you've got like mail, deal, all right there. You've got all the playing cards in here. You have the play money. All right. You've got stacks of the play money. You've got your tokens. You've got like, all right. So, all right. So carefully, there we go. You've got your mail. So what could be in the mail? Oh, let's see here. Dentist bill, $150. You've got, auto repair bill, $50. All right. So, you've got another mail. Tax bill, $80. So, all right. So you get the basic idea of it. It's in 1974 rules. So, and yeah, it's a nice, like, I found this, like Goodwill in Sarnia. So, all right. So, yeah, this is, I posted, like I said, 1974 game. All right. So let's see, what are we doing here? All right. Okay. So we get that. I'm not going to take that up there. All right. And I did post several commercials of it. Let's see. Okay. Fun and games, nature. All right. So here's the back of it. Where does all the money go game? So, all right. So, yeah. All right. So, okay. We'll just place this over here for now. All right. So, yeah. That is your classic board game, Payday, by Parker Brothers, invented by Paul J. Green. So, and it's still, keep in mind, it's like 1974, so it's still 1974 rules, 1974 economics. If you adjust that to today's inflation, it could be worth millions of dollars. So, okay. So, all right. Okay. So, okay. Boom. Bongo solo there for everyone that wanted it. So, yeah. All right. So, where are we here? Okay, yeah. Fuck. It's Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 5.0, episode 257. Sunday, July 9th, 2023. Thank you for ending your weekend with me. That was like a good heave. I got a White Rascal vanilla. Not much left of it. I got a backup here that'll light up soon. Yeah. Whoa. All right. All right. So, as we get to our classic album, I know all you Kiss fans, this represents the best of Kiss. All right. But before we get into that, my craft beer for tonight, accompanied, like you said, like a great cigar, White Rascal vanilla Gurkha. All right. So just doing a bit of toggling here. Tonight's craft beer, accompanied by like Gibson's Finest Whiskey. All right. So, all right. All right. Our craft beer for tonight is called Party Sharks IPA, Foggy IPA. And I got to tell you, it's a good beer. I'm going to top this up. I'm trying it for the very first time tonight. And you know what? It's got a crisp, clean, fuzzy tasting, a little bit of a fuzzy taste to it. No unpleasant aftertaste though. It does go down smoothly. It's a spring beer. Um, mm, mm. And yeah, I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So if you're still here and kicking around, and if you want to like throw in a number, see if it matches up with mine, feel free to do so. Like, what am I going to rate it? 10 out of 10, or a 1, or a 3? You never know. So, all right. So stick around. All right. Bongo solo there. Boom. All right. Boom. Okay. So if you've been following the rules of the drinking game here, you know what to do. So, all right. Okay. Mm. 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 All right. So, yeah, it is Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 5.0, episode 250, Sunday, July 9th, 2023. Thank you for ending your weekend with me. Some of us have a long weekend, some of us don't. But our classic album for tonight, all right, we've got, all right, so, all right, where are we? All right, so, oh yeah, all right, so we have our classic album for tonight. It is Kiss, Destroyer. Now this is the best of Kiss. This was like released March 15th, 1976, recorded at the Electric Palladium Record Plant Studios in New York City. Now Destroyer, this is Kiss's fourth studio album by Casablanca Records. Now Casablanca Records was owned by like the head Neil Bogart, and it also, interestingly enough, Donna Summer was a label mate of Kiss. She was also on Casablanca. Now, it was produced by Bob Ezrin, this guy, so right there, and he's Canadian. He's a legendary producer who's like worked with like Alice Cooper, Pink Floyd, Rod Stewart, Peter Gabriel, Deep Purple, Lou Reed, Max Webster. The band, of course, Gene Simmons on bass and vocals, Paul Stanley on rhythm guitar and vocals, Peter Criss on drums, vocals, Ace Frehley, lead guitar. The songs, you have side one, you have Detroit Rock City, King of the Nighttime World, God of Thunder, Great Expectations. Side two, you have Sweet Flaming Youth, Sweet Pain, Shout It Out Loud, Beth, Do You Love Me? All right. Now, Destroyer was Kiss's first #1 album, was the first Kiss album to sell over 1 million copies. All right. So, and you have like the inner sleeve right here. You got, all right, with the Kiss Army in there. Bob Ezrin was chosen by the band to take their sound to the next level. Before the band met with Bob, they had recorded and written 15 demo songs. Bob flat out rejected those demos. He told the band, he said to the band, let's rework God of Thunder, let's rework Detroit Rock City. Bob instilled his discipline on the band, wearing a whistle, and taught the band about music theory. Now, Destroyer started to sell when radio stations played the B-side to Detroit Rock City, Beth, sung by Peter Criss. That's this guy right here in the bottom left-hand corner, the Cat Man. Yeah, so Destroyer, Beth went on to Beth held the number 7 on the Billboard singles chart. Destroyer peaked at number 11 on the Billboard album chart. Now, what else? Oh yeah, fuck. All right, so Ken Kelly, artist, painted the cover art for Destroyer. Now, this was, of course, you've got open it up here. You've got addresses for the Kiss Army. Everybody's going to meet their feet. All right, yeah. So if you're a member of the Kiss Army back in the 70s, you could write to them. All right. So they went on tour. The Destroyer tour began April 11th, 1976, ending September 12th, 1976. 57 shows in the U.S. and Canada and Europe. The opening acts were like Bob Seger, Ted Nugent, Montrose. I posted several songs, videos from the album, like Shout It Out Loud, Detroit Rock City, God of Thunder, Flaming Youth on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page. Now, I just wonder what happened. Like, you go from Kiss Destroyer, the best one, to Kiss meets the Phantom of the Park. For Phantom of the Park that year also, they released 4 single solo albums. But yeah, this is our classic album of the night, Kiss Destroyer. So, yeah, all right. Dun, 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 down, dun, down, down. There's the band in all their glory, the original Kiss. All right. So, okay. Okay. So, okay. So, yeah. All right. So, down, 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 down. All right. So, there we go. The original Kiss. Peter Criss, Ace Frehley, Gene Simmons, and Paul Stanley. All right. So, down, 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 down. And I posted, like I said, I posted several of the songs from Destroyer on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page. So, yeah. All right. What do we got going on here? So, anyways, yeah. All right. So, there we go. The original Kiss. All right. And Destroyer. All right. So, Flamin' Youth. And got the world on fire. Boom. Another bongo solo there for everybody that wanted one. All right. So, yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Let's see here. Okay. It is Sunday, July 9th, 2023. It is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 5.0, episode 257. All right. Good. Good cigar here. Like I said, I brought backup. Is a White Rascal Vanilla it's a Gurkha cigar, and I got it at Riverfront Cigars right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Gonna that one, and then all right. So yeah. All right, just relighting that cigar. Got a full one here. Oh yeah. Damn good cigar. So, yeah. All right, bongo solo here. Boom. All right. All right. So, anyways. It is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 5.0, episode 257. It is Sunday, July 9th, 2023. I'm going to remind everybody that this blogcast is not spam. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and all these audio listing platforms are your podcast to, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live at youtube.com. I want to say to everyone, give shouts out to everybody watching in the Port Elgin Sarnia groups. Especially Sarnia Rocks. Michelle, you guys rock, supporting Sarnia 2.0. Chain Reaction, great band there, Glenn and the guys. Like, if you catch them in Sarnia or any other place, go see them. They're a great band. All the pop culture, retro classic nostalgia groups. All the Van Halen, Kiss, hard rock, hair metal, classic rock groups. All the craft beer, cigars. All right. Star Wars, Star Trek, sci-fi, pro wrestling, the blog groups, all the classic TV and movies, birthdays, bongos, Rubiks, Kiss groups, James Bond, Highway to Heaven, Anthony Zerbe, Michael Landon groups, right on. So here we go. This is our cigar for tonight. Mm. Mm. Is a White Rascal Vanilla Gurkha. So, all right. Mm. All right, yummy. Okay, so, mm, uh, all right. So, anyways, yeah, our craft beer for tonight. Whoa, bongo solo there. Our craft beer for tonight, accompanied by Gibson's Finest Whiskey. Um, all right, it is. Mm. Oh yeah, good, 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 good. The craft beer for tonight, we've got Party Sharks Foggy IPA by the Refined Fool Brewing Company in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. I gotta say, there's no unpleasant aftertaste to this. Go down really smoothly. Spring beer, spring and fall beer. Good beer for like a barbecue when you're on your back deck with your buddies. Like I said, like it's a crisp, clean, a little bit of fuzzy taste to it. You know, so. And I will top. I'm going to top it up there. So look at the texture on that. Look at that thickness there. The color to it. All right. Now, like I said, I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So if you're still here sticking around, I might give it a 10. I might give it a 2. I might give it a 4. 8. You never know. So stick around. And if you want to throw it a number, see if it matches up with mine, like people have done so far, have like emailed me. Feel free to do so. So right on. There we go. Just doing a bit of toggling right there. All right. Boom. All right. So yeah. Okay. All right. So, anyways, now it. All right. So, okay. All right. So, my most favorite time in the blogcast right now. All right. It is called. It is called This Week in Van Halen History. But a bit of a side note before we get into that. All right, maybe I gotta find this picture here. Before we get into that, let's see here. So, all right. Anthony Zerbe. Okay. So, anyways, now, all right. So, a little bit of a side note here on former Kiss manager Bill O'Coin. Now, Bill, as Gene Simmons would like to tell it, Gene Simmons discovered Van Halen. Now helped them out a little bit, but as he presented Van Halen to manager Bill O'Coin, Bill told the group, you know what, I can't work with you guys. Your lead singer is too wild. You guys will never sell enough records. So they passed on Van Halen. So, and I think that was like Bill O'Coin's major mistake there. So, anyways, all right. So, anyways, yeah. But we got This Week in Van Halen History. All right. And if you're ready, all right. So, all right. Here we go with This Week in Van Halen History from July 3rd to July 9th. July 3rd, 1978, Van Halen played the Armadillo World Headquarters in Austin, Texas. July 7th, 1978, Van Halen played the Armadillo World Headquarters in Austin, Texas. July 3rd, 1988, David Lee Roth plays the Civic Center in Albany, Georgia. All right. July 3rd, 1988, Van Halen brings the Monsters of Rock tour to the Texas Jam. at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas, July 3rd, 2004. Van Halen played the Air Canada Centre in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. July 4th, 1985, David Lee Roth attends a Hall & Oates concert at Liberty St. Park in New Jersey City, New Jersey. July 5th, 2015, Van Halen kick off a tour at the White River Amphitheater in Auburn, Washington. All right, so July 5th, 2006, Michael Anthony joined Sammy Hagar at the Mohegan Sun Casino in Uncasville, Connecticut in concert. July 5th, 1998, Van Halen plays the Shogun Amphitheater in Mountain View, California. July 6th, 1988, Van Halen brings the Monsters of Rock tour to the Hoosier Dome in Indianapolis, Indiana. July 7th, 1986, David Lee Roth releases Eat 'em and Smile. July 7th, 1979, Van Halen plays the JLE front in Miami, Florida. July 7th, 1981, Van Halen plays the River Arena in St. Paul, Minnesota. July 7th, 2003, David Lee Roth releases Diamond Dave. July 8th, 1978, Van Halen plays the Sports Arena in San Diego, California. July 8th, 1988, Van Halen brings the Monsters of Rock tour to Liberty Bowl Stadium in Memphis, Tennessee. July 9th, 1978, Van Halen plays the arena in Long Beach, California. July 9th, 1992, David Lee Roth attends the Red Hot dance event at the Studio 54 in New York City. All right. So, July 9th, 1993, Van Halen played a show in Mansfield, Massachusetts. Before the show, Eddie Van Halen meets with neurosurgeon Dr. Jim Schumacher, who offers Edward Van Halen brain surgery, neurosurgery lessons for guitar lessons. And that is all for this week in Van Halen history. You still can't get over that. Like, I mean, this guy, Kiss in their heyday, Kiss in their heyday, and their manager couldn't help this upstart band, Van Halen, this very version of the band. He could not do anything for them. He said that he passed on managing them. And so how stupid is that? So anyways, yeah, that is all for this week in Van Halen history. So, all right. Okay. So, all right. So, yeah, well, it's questionable Kiss decisions there. So, all right. All right. Oh, yeah. Good cigar here. It is a White Rascal Vanilla, a Gurkha cigar, and I got it from the Riverfront Cigars here, right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Bongo solo for everybody. All right. So the craft beer for tonight is accompanied by Gibson's Finest Whiskey. All right. So our craft beer for tonight. Give me a minute here. All right. It is called Party Sharks Foggy IPA, and it really looks foggy too. Trying this beer for the very first time tonight. No unpleasant aftertaste to it. It goes down very smoothly. It's a spring, summer, and fall beer. So it's definitely a good one. It's got a fuzzy it tastes kind of fuzzy. Look at that. Look at the texture of that. It's by the Refined Fool right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Like I said, I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast, so which is shortly. So, anyways, and if you want to throw out a number, see what you think of it. All right. Okay. Yeah. So, anyways, I do give it a rating out of 10, and you know what? I don't know what I'll give it. Maybe a 10, maybe a 3, maybe an 8. You never know. So, all right, just stick around, see what I give it. So, boom. All right. So yeah, bongo solo there for everyone that wanted one. All right. So yeah. Mm. Mm. It is Sunday, July 9th, 2023. Thank you for ending your weekend with me. It's Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 5.0, episode 257. All right. So, and before I rate the beer, I'm going to cube the Rubick one more time here. I'm going to give it 20 turns to get the full blue side. Here we go. Okay? Third and final time tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So there we go. That's it. That's it for tonight. This is what I've got so far. Larry, if you're still watching, what if I get the blue side? If I do, I'm going to move on to another color: white, green, orange, red, yellow. So, and if I don't, back in my last blogcast for this year in November, I will dismantle this on. I'll take this apart on air, and I will restore all original colors, all same sides. So you can hold me to that. That's a promise. So, all right. Yeah. So it is Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 5.0, episode 257, Sunday, July 9th, 2023. It's that time. I'm going to rate the beer. So anybody who wants, throw in a number right now. I'm going to give it my final thoughts on this. All right. So I've got a good cigar here. It's a Gurkha White Rascal Vanilla. All right. So yeah, just doing a bit of toggling here. All right. Like I said, I'm at tonight's craft beer, accompanied by Gibson's Finest Whiskey. All right. So, my final thoughts on this beer. It is called Party Sharks Foggy IPA. It's by the Refined Fool Brewing Company in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Hold on here. All right. So, crisp, clean tasting, no unpleasant aftertaste. Spring, summer, and fall beer. Good barbecue beer. Good beach beer. Back deck beer. All right. So I thought long and hard about this one. Let's see. All right. So not that. All right. So I give it a 7. So all right. Yeah, 7 out of 10. So all right. So anyways, I'm going to comment on that. Nope. There we go. All right. So yeah. 7 out of 10. That's what I gave. It. So all right. So anyways, 7 out of 10 to Party Sharks IPA, Foggy IPA, right here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada, the Refined Fool Brewing Company. All right, 7 out of 10. There we go. So all right. Okay. So yeah. Oh man, damn good. All right. So yeah. All right. So it is a 7 out of 10 beer. All right. So there we go. 7 out of 10. All right. Okay. So for those of you that took a guess, hey, there you go. So 7 out of 10 for Party Sharks Foggy IPA by the Refined Fool Brewing Company in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. So, all right. Yeah. So bongo solo for that. All right. Boom. Okay. Mm. All right. Boom. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay. So, I'm going to give you guys an inspirational, motivational quote right now. Your passion is waiting for your courage to catch up. Your passion is waiting for your courage to catch up. And that's by Isabelle Laflèche. So that's tonight's inspirational, motivational quote. Your passion is waiting for your courage to catch up. So there we go. All right. So now, all right. So it is Big Jims Blogcast Live, episode 257. It is Sunday, July 9th, 2023. Now, a lot of you people have been asking me where shirts. All right. So where can I get a shirt like yours? You can. These shirts are shirts like mine, or if you want, like, if you've got a baseball jersey. All right. So, anyways, a baseball jersey like mine, or a plain white T-shirt like this, or any design. They are $35 plus shipping and handling. Like that includes shipping and handling. Sorry, $35. That includes shipping and handling. It's 4 to 6 weeks for delivery. I can't help that. I have several satisfied people that written me back and and said, "Yeah, I love your shirts. They're great. Any design, just give me an e-transfer, money order, inbox me in my regular blogcast, on my blogcast or on my blogcast page or my regular Facebook page, and I will do my best to get that out to you." So, all right. So, anyways, yeah. All right. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're doing it tonight. All right. All right. So, anyways, yeah. It is. What else? We've got our craft beer review. I gave that like a 7 out of 10 to Refined Fool Brewing Company in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. Is Party Shark's IPA, Foggy IPA. Damn good beer. All right. So, once again. All right. So, yeah. All right. Doing a bit of toggling. It is Sunday, July 9th, 2023. Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 5.0, episode 257. So, all right, people. All right, that's it for me. All right, that's it for me. I want to remind everybody, it is Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 5.0, episode 257. All right. I want to give shouts out to everybody watching. We did our craft beer review. 7 out of 10 to Party Shark's Foggy IPA by the Refined Fool Brewing Company in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. We Cubed the Rubick. Our birthday shout outs: Kimberly Ann, Marcia Halliday, Carol Morgan, Janice B, Tiffany Burr, Shannon Scott, Zoe White, Anne-Marie Collins, Jason Steele, Patrick Thorne, Doug Chartrand. Hope you're playing the drinking game. All right. We did our countdowns. We did our local events. We did our hey, it's that guy Anthony Zerbe. Our movie Kiss Meets the Fan of the Park. Our Highway to Heaven Season 2. Our classic sci-fi character, Admiral Matthew Dougherty from Star Trek Insurrection. Our classic 007 henchman, Milton Krest. Our classic board game, Payday. Classic albums, Kiss Destroyer, This Week in Van Halen History. Our inspirational, motivational quote: your passion is waiting for your courage to catch up. All right. So, yeah, give shouts out to our blogcast is not spam. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Listen Notes, all these audio listening platforms, which is your podcast too. Plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jims Blogcast Live at youtube.com. Shouts out to everybody watching the Port Elgin Sarnia group, Sarnia Rocks, supporting Sarnia 2.0. Chain Reaction, all the pop culture, retro classic nostalgia groups, all the Van Halen, Kiss, hard rock, hair metal, classic rock groups, craft beer, cigars, sci-fi, Star Wars, Star Trek, pro wrestling, blog, all the blog groups, all the classic TV and movies, birthdays, bongos, Rubiks, Kiss, James Bond, Highway to Heaven, Michael Landon, Anthony Zerbe. All right, so you may or may not, you will see me next weekend, definitely. Yeah, so we gave the beer a 7 out of 10. Party Sharks IPA. There we go. All right, Foggy IPA, right on. So yeah, you'll definitely see me next weekend. So for Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 5.0 episode 257, I'm Jim, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. So cheers, everyone. All right, so big cheers. There we go. All right, boom. I am out of here. So cheers, everyone, and have a good weekend. So, and I will see you definitely next weekend. So cheers, everybody, and goodbye.